Hi guys, welcome to episode 5 of华天来了. In the past 4 episodes, we covered everything to do with the upper body. Head, shoulders, upper back, and we discussed it all together and how they all interact. So I think in this episode, we're moving on to a different section of the body. Should we press play and see which part? Episode 5, elbows. So I think we're moving on to the arms. And now we're seeing our class representative, Angelina, riding Sugar. So her elbows here are quite straight. To me, I would prefer to see, thinking about tall upper body, a little bit more of a bend in the elbows. If you're straight, again, it's a little bit of a sign of rigidity, not enough softness. Adam, riding Angela. And Adam here, as he's rising and sitting, you can see his elbows are flexing, his hands are staying still, and his elbows are in front of his body. So there's a lot to like here about your elbows, Adam. You could still do with thinking about that tall upper body, but the elbows are good. So when we think about our elbows, what do we want to think about when they are in isolation from the rest of our body? We're taking a bit of tension down the rein. If we're saying whoa or supporting in the contact, then our elbows need to have some tension then. But in general, we want them to be nice and loose and soft. We want them to be by the side of the body, or maybe just a little bit in front. 2 in front like this, or straight locked elbows, are a sign of tension in the rider. You're not effective or soft in the contact with the horse. Elbows too far back is another really common bad habit, where the reins are too long and your elbows are back here. And that means that your hands are by your stomach and they don't have much room to move. So you're much more effective and much more correct if your elbows are here. Another bad habit is chicken wings. Yeah, riding again with your hands a little bit close to your stomach and your elbows out. And you see this quite often with riders who have poor upper body position. They are too soft with their shoulders, leaning forwards a little bit, elbows out, and hands down here by their stomach. And that means that they don't have much room to move with their hands or work with their contact, and also their upper body position is leaning down on the front of the horse and not helping the horse with his or her balance. So elbows are, not something I think about on an everyday basis in terms of my position, because being a tall person, I have to think a lot about my upper body. But it is something that has a really big impact on your effectiveness as a rider. Stay tuned to see which body part we look at in our next episode.